Hi everybody, welcome to Coach Box for Parents. My name is Esther, I am your coach, and today we're going to be tackling what a lot of parents call me about, and that is how do I create more of a communication base with my child? How do I develop better communication at home? Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 tips that are going to help you develop a good foundation with your child. Doesn't matter if they're 6 or 17, they're going to be able to grow in communication skills with you through these methods. All right, so the first one that may not sound too foreign to you is dinner time. Having a sit-down dinner. Now, I know a lot of parents say to me, well, we all have different schedules, it's too difficult. It's not too difficult if you think of what you're giving up. You're giving up creating a foundation for your child and so that you can continue to grow and support one another through life. So we don't need to skip dinner time completely. If you only have one day a week to do it once a week, okay? But it's very important to do this. And to add to that, here are my factors. 1, it has to be a technology-free dinner. So you grab a big old salad bowl, everybody puts their iPad in, their cell phones in, and it is removed and placed into a completely different room. Okay, so no one's distracted, and that's even including the parents, okay? So that's you too. And the reason why is that you are setting the precedent that you can focus on them just as much as you want them to focus on you, okay? And when I was a child, my father would just take the phone off of the wall. And we sat down for dinner. There was no ringing, there was no beeping, there was no knocking, nothing happened. It was dinner time was considered sacred within the family. And that should still be going on today because it fosters the ability for your child to feel like they can come to you and speak with you about things, and it's a safe space where nothing is going to happen. There's going to be no interruptions, okay? And that's very important for kids. Once you have the technology removed, then you're going to do an emotion-based conversation game. Now, it's going to be considered a way of going around the table where everybody speaks. Okay, so this is the second tip. Use an emotion-based word to describe the good part of your day and the bad part of your day. Okay, so what you do is you take turns. And this is really important because it creates empathy and it allows your child to see you as not just an extension of themselves, but that you also have things that happen to you on a daily basis, right? And I'm not saying you have to tell them all the bad things, but you could say, yeah, today the hard part of the day is mom spilled coffee on her, shirt, and she had to go back and change. That was the hardest part of the day. It made me late for work, and that was upsetting. But the best part of the day is that I got recognized at work, and I'm going to be able to speak at this dinner or go to this conference and be featured, right? So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be talking about yourself. And then, of course, each person at the table will talk about themselves. So this fosters empathy, and this fosters a safe place for the kids to talk about hard things as well as good things, and also understand you as a parent, that you too have good things and bad things that happen to you throughout the day, okay? And it's also a safe place for no one to criticize each other for these hard things. So if your child said, oh, I got a bad grade in my math test, this is not the time for a parent to say, you should have done that, right? You should have done it differently. This is the time to just really listen to one another, okay? So that's tip number 2. And the final thing is create this technology-free zone and bring it even a little bit further to doing board games, okay? And do a board game. Now, a lot of parents are groaning, oh my gosh, my child's not interested in board games anymore. This is actually not true. When I have at my center board games, the kids are really into it, and then they actually beg and plead, can we play this game again? Can we play this game again? Because they like that interaction. They're just not used to it anymore with all the technology and TV and social media. But once they get that back and forth interaction and the fun of having everybody pay attention to each other's next move, it actually really inspires them. And it also helps them build social and emotional intelligence because they're watching each other like, when they're playing Clue, does she give me the information that's true, or is she lying to me? They get to use strategy, and that is really important for developing all those skills, okay? The social skills and the emotional skills that are important for everyday life. So if you can do this just once a month, then just do it once a month. If you can do it every 2 weeks, do it every 2 weeks. If you could do it every Friday, do it every Friday. But it's a commitment to your child to help build that communication base at home, okay? So I hope you enjoyed these tips. Please subscribe, hit the red bell, and join us for a future... la, 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 la.